Today's one thing challenges us with the attitude of favoritism and partiality. James 2 opens up with, "My brothers and sisters, believers in our glorious Lord Jesus Christ, must not show favoritism. Suppose a man comes into your meeting wearing a gold ring and fine clothes, and a poor man in filthy old clothes also comes in. If you show special attention to the man wearing fine clothes and say, 'Here's a good seat for you,' but say to the poor man, 'You stand there,' or 'You sit on the floor by my feet,' have you not discriminated amongst yourselves and become judges with evil thoughts?" Firstly, before I proceed with this one thought, can I confess that yes me, have been guilty of doing this exact same thing? Maybe not getting people to sit at my feet, that's a bit extreme, but nonetheless, showing favoritism. A few years ago, I was asked to take a high-profile footballer out to breakfast before a church conference. And as I was sat having our breakfast, our bacon and eggs or whatever it was, I was looking around desperate for someone I recognised to see me and who I was with. In fact, after the conference the next day, I went out of my way to show my work colleagues where I had been and who I had been with that previous day. I tell you this story because I would not class myself ordinarily as someone who shows favoritism or elevates others in church ordinarily. In fact, I'm mindful not to. Now, before you judge me, if you were going to have breakfast with Ronaldo on Monday and then Rob on Tuesday, tell me that you wouldn't dress, act, look, or prepare differently. Today's passage reminds us to be on our guard against the attitude of giving people special attention and not treating people equally. The truth is that every man, woman, and child are an image bearer of God, no matter what their clothes, car, money, status, faith choice, sexuality, or attitude says about them. And I think it's also worth mentioning at this junction that this passage also encourages us not to forget those who are less fortunate among us, and that we should all seek wisdom to tactfully show special honour and help towards the struggling weaker parts of the church, helping it towards a greater inclusivity and belonging. My closing thought on this text is this, that it is God's heart that God's children move towards a greater love, a greater compassion, and greater unity. No favourites. That's my one thing today. What's yours?